Fucking and Googling and Googling and
Fucking
fucking.
Googling. All right, well, I just clicked it, so they heard
Oh,
you. They heard
Jesus.
you Googling. This is Chris and Justin at Early Chatter. We are short Craig today. He had a little bit of things to do. What did he do? He just drove back in from Ohio from the Bo Cephas Chris Stapleton concert, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He sent me a few pictures. I'll upload them to Instagram.
That's pretty sweet.
And a video or two.
It's not a bad drive from here. It's only about 8 hours.
No, it's not bad. It's boring.
It is a very boring drive. It's straight through,
Very
though.
long.
It's
Pennsylvania
long, dude.
is boring.
No, you haven't driven through Nebraska or
Well,
Texas.
obviously,
I
I'm just
apologize.
saying, on the way
I
to
apologize to
Ohio.
anybody who lives in Kansas and Nebraska.
Your shit's
If you have to
boring.
drive through it.
I just meant from here to Ohio because we drove from here to Chicago, and that was boring.
Yeah, it's not bad though. There's some nice stuff to see. Did you see the giant cross? There's a giant cross. What road did you take? Did you take 70?
76,
76?
I think.
There's the Lion's Den, which is a what I would believe to be a what's the one? What's a national chain? Is that what they're called? Like when they're all over the country, a national chain of adult stores.
Oh,
For the
I was
lonely-
curious
for
on
the-
where you were going
For
with
the
this.
lonely trucker, dude. Probably
Oh, one of
every
those.
100 miles was this adult store, and it looked so abandoned. It looked like an
Jesus.
abandoned building. It looked like a sad
I mean, they
place.
are.
It is. I'm not saying it's not a
That's
lonely
what they
existence.
are,
but I
yeah.
think that drive
If
is
you're
something they do
lonely, that's
every
where
day.
you end up.
Just pop in there, pop in the back of the cab, and
Oh,
back on the road.
God.
I know, dude. You don't ever want to touch the walls of this. If you
They
think
don't
if you
shower
think
for
dude,
how
if you
long?
think a hotel room is
We're
bad,
gonna get in so much trouble for this.
I don't care if you.
We're talking about truckers.
Yeah,
they're some
hey,
bad
listen,
motherfuckers.
They're American workers, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying that if you think a hotel is bad,
We've seen Joyride. Shout out.
shout out to Candy Cane.
Rusty
All right, well,
Nails.
Rusty Nails. What did all right, what happened this week? So you and me,
Oh god.
we met up earlier in the week, but yesterday was a fun day.
I don't know if fun would be the word.
Left work early.
We did.
So we left work early to go what was supposed to be an easy pickup, and then into the woods to set up our trail cams and everything, mark out our spots for opening day, which is September 9th here in Maryland. Well, not here in Maryland. There in Maryland. We're in Pennsylvania.
Which I booked a bachelor party for.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to go in. We're gonna have to go in, and I can't get off for opening morning because somebody else already has that time off. So afternoon, and then I'm going Saturday by myself. I'll take a lot of pictures if I get anything, just to rub it in. But to do that, I had to pick up my bow, and it was at the shop for restringing. Now they did a good job. I'm not gonna deny that they did a good job. Dude was knowledgeable, helped me get set up, get my sights lined up, get my peep sight lowered. But at the same time, it took 3 weeks. When I initially emailed them, told me 7 to 10 days. Took 3 weeks. Took 3 weeks to get the string. So if anybody can attest to that it takes 3 weeks to get a Hoyt string, then let me know and I won't be as upset.
No way.
But no, not
We're
only that.
sitting in my garage, and I can guarantee I can get a string in 4 days.
That's right. Real quick though, Justin did get the studio set up.
No, I didn't.
No,
we just moved my motorcycle.
We moved a lot
out.
of stuff around and it's still pretty trash.
You
You'll
can
see it
tell-
in the photos.
You can tell where I stopped.
Yeah.
Like
Everything
when
just-
I say
dude,
I did
that's like-
halfway,
dude,
I
that's-
literally did halfway.
That's like when your mom used to tell you to clean your room and you just put all your shit in your closet. Like
Yeah.
you just moved it about a quarter of an inch back.
No, there was a bunch of shit over here that I
was
threw
there?
out. That trash bag is full of.
I do like how you loaded up your little John Deere wagon there.
Look at that. Yeah. That
Like
trash
4
bag
golf
behind
bags.
me
What
there.
the fuck? What do you need 4 golf bags for?
I know.
And he's caught.
That trash bag behind me is all of Craig's shit that
Is
he's
it?
forgotten here. That's actual trash.
That's actual trash. That's good. I threw a plastic bag in your burn pile. Probably have to swap that out.
My burn pile?
It looks like a burn pile. It looks like you got a bunch of twigs and
Yeah,
yard
yeah.
scraps in there.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's been
But hey,
there for about 4 years.
It works. Let us know if we both got mics now with the power out. So let us know how we
And I
sound.
think Craig got one too.
Craig
so.
got one too. So when he comes back, I think we'll have a pretty solid sound.
Sounds good. To us, I mean, we
right.
probably sound like complete fucking retards, but
Who knows?
hey, you know,
Hey.
we're trying, man.
It works. But yeah, so I mean, it took 3 weeks.
Total fail.
I tried to set that on there. It didn't work. Took 3 weeks, and then when we got there, I bought a.
It took another 2 hours.
Well, yeah, it took 2 hours. I bought an arrow rest.
Granted,
I
they're not the
did a
easiest
drop
thing
away.
to put on.
No, I watched a video. I mean, I just don't have the equipment.
I didn't mean for us to do it. I meant for him to do it.
Right, for him to do it, yeah. He
He
said
could- he
he
could've
said
done it-
20 minutes.
Right.
When I called and talked to him, 20 minutes. Now he did do it, but I think I was low priority. It's kind of like when you go into the emergency room and you joke with the receptionist.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get your stitches for about 5 hours. And we can talk about that other like fun hospital trips. I've had a couple, but yeah, it was helping other, whatever. You got to keep your business going. They were setting up for a sale. They got a big sale going on. I don't remember what the percentage was, but if you're in Maryland, you're not going to hear it in time anyway. Pretty small selection for a bow shop too.
Yeah, they didn't. I went in there with full intentions on buying a new bow.
Yeah, Justin was ready.
I transferred money out of the savings as we were sitting in the car. I
Oh
really
wow,
did.
yeah, you were ready to go.
Yeah, I dropped 1,000 out of the savings into the checking account,
And I was ready to roll. But
Just not a big selection.
the first bow I pulled down was $1,300. Oh, it was damn near 14.
Right, which isn't bad, but it was bare bone. There was no sight. There was no stabilizer.
I found one on
there was
eBay.
Yeah.
Bare bone for $700.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, it goes up because of, storage and all that other stuff. But
I get that.
But all right, I mean, but the main
to
point.
go up $700, $600.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Well,
insane.
they said the all black was 100 extra.
No, yeah, the all black
Yeah,
was
the all black tactical version. I mean, camo is tactical for a deer. I don't
You
know
would
how black
think.
is tactical
I don't know.
for hunting. Granted, I do have a black bow.
Hashtag blacked out.
But yeah, I mean, when we sat there, had to walk around, and it took 2 hours to put a arrow rest on. About 5 minutes to get my peep sight where it needed it to
And
be.
this was not a big store to where we could
No, it was-
occupy our time.
No, we looked at
We
the
got
same.
bored quick.
Yeah, we looked at the same arrowheads, calls. I mean, that was it, really.
They had a good selection of arrows. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
But the fucking price on them.
Hey, you pay for what pay
Dude,
for the
what
quote,
was
but
it?
100. I think the most expensive one was 120 for a dozen, so $10 an arrow. I can't remember what the brand was either though.
They
Remember
had
what it
some
was?
Eastons.
Well, the
They had a lot of
Eastons were 79 for a dozen, which isn't bad.
And Easton's a pretty good top.
Yeah, I mean, I have Easton carbons
Yeah, me too.
for mine. I don't think they ran me that much. I think I got them on sale. Probably
Yeah,
sound like
I-
we're just cheap.
Hey,
Hey, yeah, you
we
know what?
are.
Totally.
What,
Baller on a budget.
You have a kid. I
Yeah.
got a 2-year-old stepson and a kid on the way.
Yeah, saving money where we can on
Yeah.
that.
I'm
But
cheap as fuck.
right. So I mean, it's set up. It's good to go. It shot fine the couple times we shot it. We were supposed to do
Talking
some
about the
shooting
studio
today.
again.
No, the studio is far from set up fine. I really like the exposed wires. I could potentially touch.
Wire?
Well, they can't see.
No, I can't see. What exposed wires?
All
It's
over
not
the
an
place.
exposed wire, bro.
I don't know. I'm just seeing a lot of stuff hanging.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, it does look good. It works for what we're doing, which is sitting at a table. It's not like we're trying to do yoga in here, or ever. But anywho, so got the bow back, got it set up. Supposed to go shoot today, but again, Mr. Craig got back late, so he's kind of taking care of some business this morning. Might not get to get over there and shoot today, but we'll get it before the season starts. I mean, I'm ready to go. I mean, I hit pretty dead nuts on with those couple shots. So I'm not too worried about it. Shooting down from a tree stand probably helped that. Might just have to track it a little bit further than I'd like. So,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
big event. What's today? Today's Sunday. We're generally gonna do this on Saturdays, but because of hunting season and
Well, I think we did.
can
Sunday
you hear? Can you
because-
hear me whistling my s's? No, it's like Sunday.
You sound like that, like, real
What the hell's
snobby girl in school.
Real snobby girl. I sound like a real snotty girl. I got a cold or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're doing this on Sunday.
But I think we were gonna do Saturday.
We were
But
gonna do
Craig had the concert.
Yeah,
we
so
pushed
we-
it to Sunday, and Craig still ain't fucking here. So, suck it, Craig.
Suck it, Craig. But he'll be back. I think week after next. Next week we're gonna try and get Ron on.
But you,
The
infamous.
the
Ronald
infamous
Trout.
Ronald Trout. The old fellow we were talking about. I believe that was on number 2
Was it?
about getting back to you at the
I didn't even listen to number 2.
Mr. Murphy's band. Yeah, because we asked him if he wanted to go in the woods. He's like, we took the bets on what he was going to say. So he may be here. We're going to try and get that hashed out. Like he's a celebrity. We have to pay him. Fucking Craig. That's a good clip. We'll have to keep that. Load that up somewhere. So then, big event last night, UFC 202.
Could you hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Obviously, this is we pre-record 1 week in advance just so that we can give you guys content kind of in a timely manner. So we'll be a little bit off trending here once
Before we get into that,
yeah.
I shot yesterday.
Shot
I
what?
left my bow.
You shot your bow yesterday.
I did.
So I sat at home all day
Well,
thinking we were gonna do this tomorrow, and then you went ahead and did it.
I was gonna do it again, but
Yeah, I didn't know
No,
Craig
me
had
and,
canceled. Otherwise, I might have tried to shoot up here for that.
yeah. But no, I shot over at the in-laws with my other friend Chris.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend's parents has a deck.
Yeah.
And they got a nice piece of lawn out back, and we set up for 20 yards.
Something you'll only hear from country folk is you got a real nice lawn. It's like cars, houses, all that other shit.
He
Now
does keep it well maintained.
That grass is green and it's well trimmed. It's manicured.
But yeah, we had it at 20 yards. So let's just say last weekend when I shot
Yeah.
over at Craig's house when you couldn't make it, we drank a little bit too much during the podcast.
Right. Oh, I recall.
I was a little hungover. Not like headache, felt
Right.
like shit, but my body was like, you need to lay
Yeah,
back in
you
bed
need
type
to.
hangover.
Yeah. Kind of one of those you need to drink some water throughout the day type deal.
Right. So when I got there, we went straight for 30 yards.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. That's what Craig wanted to
Yeah.
do, and I'm like,
Well,
all right,
his is probably. I mean, he shot it. His was all sighted in from last year. You probably hadn't shot yours since last year.
my sights were good.
Yeah.
Well, I found out they were good after I shot. Because first shot,
Yeah.
30 yards, broken arrow. Well, actually,
Yeah.
I didn't break it. I lost it.
Oh, okay.
Buried hard into the ground. Couldn't find it.
The nice part is that
But
you don't mow that lawn.
Agreed. Yeah. But Craig's, where we shot, it was kind of like, it wasn't an uphill, but it was
Right.
enough to where you're shooting uphill, it seemed like.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it, but it was what it was. I mean, he
Right,
has
what
a
can you-
deck. I
yeah, I
don't
mean,
know why
it's-
we weren't shooting off
It's
the deck.
it's not going to be perfect conditions when you hunt either.
No.
So it's like, why
And
not?
I figured down at Purdy Boy, we shoot from the ground anyway. So I
Yeah,
was totally
we shoot
fine
from the
with shooting
ground.
from
We
the
shoot
ground.
up. We don't shoot uphill.
No,
but-
but I mean, still, I will shoot uphill.
No, they literally taught us that in the hunter safety course.
So
You
anyway.
don't shoot uphill.
Shows how much I paid attention.
That's all right.
That
was a long
6 hour
class.
class.
Which
that we took
Craig
together.
bailed out on as well because
Jesus,
he was
Craig.
hungover. Oh, that
He
was
was
from a
probably-
wedding though.
Was it? I don't even remember. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it was. But I know he didn't show up. He was supposed to.
But we muscled through it together.
Yeah.
That was a tough.
Because I think you and me were both out drinking the night before as well.
No, probably.
A lot of Gatorade, energy drinks.
Yeah. Beer. But yeah, so a shot and what the fuck?
You broke the air. You didn't break it. You lost it.
No, just the one webpage.
Oh.
So yeah, we were shooting at 20 yards, and I mean the block's a little bit bigger than the one Craig has, but not much bigger.
Right.
And it's got the outline of a deer, heart, lungs,
Yeah.
neck, and whatever. I think I missed my last shot. I hit it in the neck.
Oh, okay.
And that's when I was like, okay, I've shot probably 15 shots at this point. So I'm like,
Right.
all right, I'm just getting tired.
Right.
So that was my last shot. But every shot other than that was heart or lung.
That's good.
Everyone. And then we backed up to 30, still on. So, but at Craig's house, yeah, first shot, totally missed. Arrow went into the ground,
Yeah.
buried, couldn't find it. So Craig's dead on the entire time.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
Craig's a good shot.
Yeah.
And he was on very well. And he's a good shot with rifle, gun.
Yeah.
The kid knows his shit, so.
Well, I mean, I only started archery. I shot it when I was like real little. And I twanged my forearm so many times. I was just like, yeah, I'm just not going to do this. I can shoot again. I've been shooting since I was 5. It's so much easier. But I decided, 2 years ago that it's a lot better. This? Okay. It's a lot better. You get in earlier. What?
Combine them.
Whew.
Hell
Apple
yeah.
mint. It could be good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to throw them in two at one time.
No, I always do.
Yeah,
Sorry.
do it, rainbow it. So yeah, I mean, I decided to archery hunt. You get in earlier. You don't have to wear orange until the season starts. It's just less bulky, and you don't have to worry about. I just let's go real broad perspective. I worry about less damage from an arrow than a gunshot.
Yeah.
We in that hunter safety class, you watch that turkey hunting. It's like you wait for any rustle, and you just start like they're like, yeah, you gotta wait and make sure you see the turkey, and then you got this guy who came on. I hate safety videos. It always got somebody who's like, yeah, he shot me. It sucked.
I hurt.
Yeah.
Still, and it was 10 years ago.
Right. Which I think is what it was.
Yeah, it was an old video,
Right.
and that was just the remake of the video. And
Right.
It's still old. So.
But, all right. Well, that's good. So you were dead. He was dead on. You were getting
Craig
it.
was dead on. I couldn't hit shit.
Yeah.
So anyway, we keep shooting at 30. I finally move up to 10 just to make sure my pins are on. Pins were on. I shoot at 20. 20's
Isn't that a
on.
little discouraging?
That's what I
You
was
moved
like-
up to make sure your pins were on, hoping it was your bow, and then
Yes.
you find out it's you.
It's just me.
you.
It's
You
me.
suck.
Yeah.
It was one of them days that you're just like, fuck, this sucks.
I'm
Yeah.
done. I hate this. I don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
So then Craig's like,
There's always another day.
let's try a 60-yard shot. I'm like, motherfucker, I can't hit it 30.
So I was like, fuck it, let's try 60.
Right.
Pull out one of the old arrows.
I shot first. I shot 2 arrows. One was left. Had the distance, but left. My pin only goes up to 50.
Oh, okay.
10 to 50. Which after seeing how far 60 yards is, that's a long shot.
180 feet.
I mean, that's
Yeah. That's
far.
180 feet. Well, that's what they do. Like I told you, I was watching that because they did one here. What is it? 7 Springs, 7 Falls,
Oh, 7 Valleys?
7 Valley, whatever it is, up in PA. They do a total archery challenge, where it's like golfing for
Up in
archery.
PA or?
There's one in PA. There's one.
Well,
There's
7 Valleys is.
not 7 Valleys, like 7 Springs.
Oh.
I'd have to look it up, but look up
I'm
total.
from PA, and I don't
Look
even.
up total archery challenge. But
Yeah.
it's like golf for archery hunters. They take you up a ski lift. You shoot it like no, it's real awesome, man. They got they got big game. A couple of the shots. The one I watched was in Utah. A couple of the shots were one of them was like 105 yards, 90 yards.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean at that point, I'd like a single pin for that just because you can adjust it. But I have a 7 pin. I can just adjust my bottom pin to be 20 yards. I don't think any of the shots were 10 yards.
I mean, theoretically, if you see a deer at 10-20, you can adjust if your
Right.
first pin starts at 30.
Right.
You can adjust at that point, but I think it's harder to adjust.
Well, the
up.
deer, right? The deer with a single pin, no. But I mean, for something like that, I would probably where it's stationary. You're just locking up a target and firing down range. I'd go single
Right.
pin for something like that, just because you have a wider range of adjustment.
Yeah.
I mean, what's
agree.
a single pin go up to? It's got to go up to at least 100.
No, dude, nobody's
Fast-
shooting.
I think the fast Eddie.
Nobody's killing a deer at
I'll look it
100
up.
yards.
I think spot hog fast Eddie goes up past 100.
I'm not disagreeing with
Oh
you.
no
but
no yeah, I'm not hitting a deer.
You're not shooting. They're
Some
strictly
do.
made for.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. That's what this is.
Dude,
It's
the arrow
just a
loses velocity.
Yeah.
It loses its fucking twerking.
twerking,
I don't know.
airspeed, velocity.
So yeah, we shoot at
60 yards.
Yeah, shoot a 60. That didn't go well.
Sucked.
Did Craig hit?
No.
Yeah.
Craig was. He was.
Dude, I got 7 pins. That's not even my bottom pin yet.
Yeah, and I only have 50, so
Yeah.
I'm just winging it at this
Right.
point.
Yeah, that-
So
you got-
first one had the distance.
Yeah, that you got to worry about breezes.
Second one hit the tree and
Distance.
it had the
You're
distance.
right. At least
but
it didn't
left.
dirt. Right. It
Right.
didn't hit dirt.
So
It's going the distance.
found that arrow.
Yeah.
Second one hit the side of a tree and just exploded.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't really see
Craig-
It's not recovering from that.
no. Craig was dead on. His first one was low. Didn't quite make it.
Oh, but he hit the target.
No.
Oh.
No. Didn't hit the target. Hit the grass. Second one stuck.
Isn't that
right
shitty? Wait, how
into
it hit the grass, but how close was it to the target?
Is it 5 feet?
That's like sliding into second, and
Yeah,
you just stop.
short. Yeah. I mean, it was dead on. But we're killing it. But head on over to our Instagram page.
early_chatter.
Early_chatter.
Uploaded a few pictures since last week.
Yeah, and this, like I said, we're pre-recorded, so this is episode 3. Oh, you know what though? Real quick, we do have to issue a rebuttal. Not a rebuttal, with a correction. For anybody who listened to episode 2, or was it? It might have been episode 1.
It wasn't 1. I listened to 1. It's not on. Are you sure it wasn't our first episode 3?
No, no, it definitely wasn't on that. It was.
Ugly.
It was episode 2. Hooked on Phonics is still a thing.
People still use it.
They just changed their number. It is no longer. You have to. I mean, you can look them up.
For those of you that didn't listen to our episode 2, we tried calling Hooked on Phonics. Chris thought he knew the number.
No, it was. If you look at the commercials, you can look at the 90s. So in the 90s, Hooked on Phonics' phone number was 1-800-ABCDEFG. So we called it, and now it's a senior auto insurance provider. Okay, it says over 60. I guess I shouldn't class. I don't know what considered senior anymore. I guess it's 55 if you're going to a diner. But yeah, they are still a thing. Sorry if the level gets a little weird here. I'm adjusting in my chair.
But yeah.
So sorry to Hooked on Phonics. You are still a thing.
You know what? And one thing, going into this,
We kept saying to each other, if we get 1 follower and 1 listener, fuck it. We did it.
That's it. That's all you got to hope for.
You know, I think on Instagram right now we're 1 or 2 shy of 30.
Yeah.
In a week.
That's not bad.
I'm happy with that.
I think we got a couple plays on SoundCloud. It's just something to do.
All we want to do
you said it in the first one. Is it's just
we just want to have fun.
Yeah.
It's a way for us busy guys to get together and have a hobby.
Everybody's kind of doing their thing. Craig's got to get ready for his wedding. You're getting ready to have a kid. I have a kid. Well, you have a stepson and you have a kid on the way. I have a kid. So it's just early
full-time jobs.
Right. Early enough that we can get it done and still get out for the day.
Yeah. Have a good time.
So.
And today I think.
But early morning today is tough because somebody was up late last night.
You were too, because you were answering my text.
I was texting you. I stayed up
without
late.
watching the fight.
No, so yeah, that's what it was. Is we'll be off trending here just because it'll be a week late. But you watched UFC 202 last night.
I did.
I was pretty amped up about it. There were a couple cards I wanted to see. Johnson, who ended up winning, getting the knockout.
Anthony Johnson. Okay.
Now, regardless of anybody else's feelings, I think we're both for McGregor. I think you were for McGregor.
I liked McGregor before this shit started.
So the shit's starting. So I wanted to get into it because I listened to, like I was saying, as I was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast when he talked to Chael Sonnen. Mm-hmm. And Chael Sonnen said it the best. He's like, everybody wants to be the good guy. Everybody wants to be liked by everybody.
Right.
Everybody wants to be.
There's no villain in UFC.
but that's what he brought. He brought that WWE, like, fuck this guy, I'll beat his ass. That's more cicadas.
Yeah, cicadas. It's like, holy hell, that's loud.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice that we get that background. But he came in, and McGregor did the same thing. Love or hate him, you're fucking tuning in.
Yeah. You're
tuning in to either give this guy to throw shade his way.
And also, a lot of people that have just tuned into McGregor don't realize that his last fight was his first UFC loss.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know
Diaz
that.
fight, yeah.
He lost 2 fights early.
Right.
Before the UFC.
But that was in this weight class. He hasn't lost in his previous weight class, has he?
Right. No.
Yeah. So he's undefeated in his, what is it, featherweight? Is he lightweight?
No,
he's lightweight.
He's
below welter. He just fought at welter.
I think he's feather. Yeah, he's featherweight. And he just fought at welterweight.
Yeah, he amps up to get to welterweight.
Yeah. So he lost 2 fights at featherweight a long time ago, back in, I want to say 2012, 2013. He lost like his 5th and 6th fight ever. Yeah. In Ireland. Right. So this was before he even came over here. He was still. It was a professional fight.
Right, just before his MMA or before his UFC career. Right.
Then he came in UFC and just completely fucking dominated. The dude is.
His stand-up is ridiculous.
His problem is he's so quick and he's so. He's always on the offense. Right. He's rarely on the defense.
Well, that's what I mean. He's trying to finish it fast. If you can finish it, I mean, you got 3 rounds.
5-minute rounds.
This one was 5 minutes. Yeah, so he got gassed by the end.
25 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in anything you do. I mean,
you gotta figure... That's extremely active.
A boxing match only goes, 24 minutes?
Yeah, 12 rounds though.
2 minutes.
Are they 2-minute rounds?
It's like 2.5, maybe 3.
Yeah.
So maybe 36.
But
it's
12
shorter.
rounds. Yeah, it's shorter. Gloves are heavier though.
And plus,
But
you don't.
but either way, you don't have to worry about. I mean, there's always that debate of which is like more.
Yeah, I mean,
which whatever it is. We're UFC. I'm saying it's a lot
I'm a
more active
boxing
because
fan.
I
love
never used to. I
boxing.
never used to watch boxing, but you did boxing, so you were more into
Right.
it.
But
I did martial
boxing
arts.
is bullshit
so,
nowadays.
Well, it's just it doesn't have the hype. I mean, the difference between the two is you're a self-promoter in boxing. You have Dana White pushing everybody forward, just like
Right.
we're doing this event. He's setting up the cards. He's doing
Yeah.
all that. I mean, he's essentially
fight
a
who the
promoter
fuck
for
they
like
tell you to
like 100 people.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're fighting, and if you don't want to fight, get the fuck out and move out of the way.
Right.
In boxing, you can pick and choose. You can
Right.
duck guys.
Well, that's what it is. You pick who you
That's why
want. You pick
Floyd
your easy
Mayweather-
wins. Well, that's what I hate to keep bringing it back to him, but that's what on Do or Don't. That's what Chael said. He's like, you want to pick your fight. You're either picking to win. You're picking for a title shot. You're picking. I mean, you're getting a chance to pick. But if you don't pick, they're gonna give you whoever they want, and that might not be the best move for your career.
Yeah.
He told him, he's like, once you finish, call out somebody. Don't just start sitting there and being all gracious. Be a dick. But Gregor came out on top. You had the fight card up, didn't you? Let me see. Let me hear the scoring. So I missed it. I don't have cable,
I
and I had to.
about.
Yeah, tell me.
So, the first couple fights,
Yeah.
I turned it on. My girlfriend was in Washington D.C. or Virginia for a bachelorette party. So my main objective was to stay up until she got home, make sure she
Right.
got home all right. Granted,
Right.
she's pregnant, she's not drinking, so I wasn't too concerned. But
right.
still, make sure she got home. So I was like, fuck it, way I can stay up is order the fights. So I ordered them right around 10:30 or so.
Which was what was? Let me just hear it real quick. What was the cost?
$60.
So not 100
No.
for a shit fight.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Throwback to Mayweather and
Yeah, that.
Pacquiao.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Paid
bought
$100
that
to
too.
watch two motherfuckers hug.
Yeah. So.
Good game, bro. Good game.
Oh, and everybody. Okay. But So yeah, ordered the fight so I could stay awake. So I turned it on about 10:30ish, whatever. So the first fight was a brawl.
Yeah.
Well, for one dude.
What was the weight class? Was it those
lightweight?
Those dudes
Yeah.
go hard.
Yeah, it was lightweight, and
Dude, the
one guy-
contrast between real quick, the contrast between featherweight and heavyweight is ridiculous. I mean, those guys go hard in the paint. I mean, they're not carrying around 260 pounds. I mean, Lesnar fights at 265, which is the max. He walks around at 300. Mark Hunt, same thing, walks around at like 250, 260. I think he cut down to what he was. But it's like, I mean, it's so much more active just because they're not carrying around that weight. I mean, those guys go hard.
No, they weren't lightweight because that was
I'm thinking featherweight. I'm just not that they were. I'm just saying as a general contrast. Like if you watch a featherweight bout and then you watch a heavyweight in the UFC, it's night and day.
That's the same thing with boxing too. They're just brawlers.
Yeah.
But I forget the weight class of this guy, but the guy had a lot of controversy. I'm trying to pull up the fucking card now, and it won't let me.
That's all right.
But yeah, the guy had a lot of controversy because he. Okay, there's the one.
So what do you got?
Okay, so
I mean, we're not going to do a play-by-play breakdown. We're not
No,
exactly
but
qualified
I'd like
to do the whole breakdown
at
of
least
the
give their
of the
names.
fight. No, I get that. But I'm just
Okay,
for anybody
here.
listening thinking we're going to go into a huge breakdown. Neither of us are
No,
qualified for
no,
any of that.
I
We're
don't
just
really care.
it was a good like I haven't watched the UFC. I mean, I can't even remember. Probably aggressively or even passively in probably 4 years. Like I follow it, you know, when I see cards I like, but I just haven't had a fighter really like George St. Pierre was a draw. When he fought, we went and watched it. When Henderson fought Bisping, when you had Chael, who the hell else was in there? I mean, that was just 5-6 years ago was peak UFC for me.
and that's what.
And I know it's carried on, like there are good fighters now. But
There's a lot
McGregor
of-
was the one that kind of like McGregor
He
and a lot of the
brought it
hype
back.
bringing it back is what's like making me like the controversy. I'm all in. I'm fucking. It's.
Dude, he's a boss.
What is it though? It's daytime TV for me.
Yeah.
Like there's drama. There's all this shit that makes it exciting.
Yeah.
Instead
And
of just
he's
like,
fun.
yeah, I can't
mean,
wait to fight that guy. It's gonna be a good competition. All you
And-
hear McGregor say is like, I'm gonna fuck him up.
Yeah.
And in reality, Diaz is the same way.
Yeah,
But
he's doing the same
quieter.
thing.
He's more quiet about it.
Quiet. He showed up to that weigh-in like him and his brother were throwing bottles
But yeah,
across the line
well, that
at
started
McGregor.
because McGregor was late to the press conference.
Yeah.
So
More TV.
Right.
People don't get if
But
you
he
think
was
about it,
mad.
that's
I saw an
a
interview.
that's a calculated move. You show up late, people are going to tune in when they start hearing that.
Right, now they wanna
Diaz
talk
is
about
throwing
it.
right. I mean, that just gets you play.
So Diaz was upset about because when McGregor showed up,
Yeah,
stole the show
of course.
right away. So Diaz said he was like, "Fuck that, I'm out."
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is
So
that
then he started throwing up, "Fuck
Yeah.
you, I'm
Yeah, of
from
course.
Compton or Stockton or Stockholm or you know what?"
He's from Sweden.
Sweden.
So Sweden.
Granted, Diaz, I'm not talking shit about you. I doubt you'll listen to this.
Wouldn't that be some shit?
I want none of that. But regardless. So anyway, back to
Hey, no,
the
I'm
fights.
gonna be honest. That's real quick. That's the best part about being a fan. I talk all the shit I want.
Right. Yeah. Still don't want to get punched in the face.
Yeah,
by
it's
the
not.
dude.
But I mean, what the heck was it?
But hey, I heard you bleed quick.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. When they find out people are talking shit about them on the internet, when they get famous, they go find everybody's home address and just punch them in the face.
Haters are fans, bro.
I don't think Diaz has got the time to be like, oh, these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm going to York, Pennsylvania.
I'm coming up there.
But so yeah, the first fight was, again, I'm looking at the pictures of these dudes and I don't even recognize them.
That's all right.
But I'm thinking it was Story versus Cerrone, but I don't think it was.
Dude, there's got to be the fight card. But anyway, I mean,
I'm looking
so
at
you
the fight
turned in
card,
and
but the
watched
first
them.
the first live fight on pay-per-view
Yeah.
was a bloodbath. I mean,
Oh, was it?
the one dude would not quit, and it's like, bro, go down, and he wouldn't go down.
No.
Give him props.
Dude, you're fighting.
The
You're
dude
fighting
was
for
a hoss.
the purse is like double the so like if you're paid 10 to fight, the purse is 10 extra.
Right.
So I mean even in
Well,
those
and they're
low
on contract.
Well, no, I understand that, but I mean, yeah, they're all contract, but I mean that's the whole thing is you're fighting for that base. Plus, I mean, when you're fighting for, so like let's say your boss walks in today, and it's like, all right, you do all these reports before the end of the year. I'll give you twice your salary.
Yeah.
You're gonna haul ball. You're gonna put everything you have into it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the first main fight that came on, the dude, I mean, he got split open early, and it was blood everywhere.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. I love that shit. I fucking love that shit.
desensitization at its best.
Yeah, I fucking love it. So, I think it was Ronda Marcos versus Courtney. No, sorry. Wasn't that? That was a
You don't have
prelims.
to.
Sorry.
You don't have to apologize to me. You have to apologize to our listeners for
Yeah.
this dead air.
Yeah.
Dead
So
air.
anyway, all right. So yeah. So the first fight was really good.
Yeah.
The second fight was a good fight,
Yeah.
and he is the guy who he got pretty much fucked. He should have fought Cormier
Yeah.
when the cokehead.
John, no, not John.
Yeah, John Jones.
Oh, John Jones.
So
yeah.
so John Jones got the shot with Cormier.
But
when
who
this dude,
was the one who got pinched? John Jones is the one who got kicked out, right?
Yeah. John Jones is I don't know what
Yeah.
the fuck his deal is, which is depressing because the dude he's essentially undefeated. He's lost one fight by a technicality,
Yeah.
and he got disqualified
Right.
for like illegal elbows, which was
Yeah.
Dana White even came out and said that's
Well,
bullshit,
yeah,
and I believe
yeah.
the referee got fired since then.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's what.
that's his only
A lot
loss.
of a lot of people talk
He's
about
never
that
been
just
beat.
because. Yeah.
He's gotten his title stripped twice,
Right.
but he's never been beat.
Well,
But
that's
he's
what it was.
He's
Who-
fucked
who-
up in the head.
Yeah.
That's his issue.
yeah.
He's an idiot. Which, whatever.
Well,
you
no,
know,
I mean, let's
you
be
get punched
honest.
in the head long
Exactly.
enough, you're gonna get fucked up. So,
It's like I done remember school.
so this dude, whoever I forget his name, but he was the up and coming light heavyweight.
Yeah.
But he got popped for like weed or something, so he had like an 18-month ban. So he got kicked out of the UFC for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Which, whatever.
That is what it is.
Little fucking marijuana, and,
Right.
and you're getting kicked out of what you love to do. But it's not like he was taking steroids or some bullshit.
Right.
Like John Jones.
Well, it's but it's
Fucking
it's
dickbag.
somebody described it the best. I think it's like because it's not an illegal substance. Or sorry,
And
they're
most
not.
of these
No,
dudes
no,
live
I
in
mean,
California.
what is it? No, I mean it's they're not banning it's not a check for illegal substances. It's a check for banned substances,
Right. Yeah,
which is
yeah,
like a huge because at that point, when you do illegal, yeah, it's all drugs, and I mean steroids technically are illegal. And people, I think, because they put them in the same hat, when somebody says, "Oh, they did steroids," "Oh, they did an illegal drug," no, it's a banned drug.
Right.
So the USADA gets to pretty much say whatever they want. They want to say, "Hey, man, you can't take, you can't use Oragel." Like, fuck, you got to deal with a toothache.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm glad you said that because it wasn't weed. Now that you brought that up, it was. I forget how Joe Rogan put it in his post-fight interview, but it was like tainted supplements.
Right.
So it was a
yeah.
supplement
So that's
that was
it was
banned
actually
by the UFC.
right. So it was. I know what it was because again I gotta throw it back to Chael Sonnen. They talked about this because it was an estrogen blocker, and I'm gonna do a real pitch here real quick. ChaosandPain.com.
Good stuff.
Feed the beast for 20% off. But they have the same thing. They have a similar thing. They have a test booster, which is essentially two of the main key ingredients are estrogen blockers. Just so that you naturally it blocks the production of estrogen and increases the production of testosterone, helps recovery and all that other stuff. GAT, German American Technologies, the supplement company that he uses, they were looking at the list. I looked up two of them while they were looking at them. This was an older podcast. I think it was 822. Yeah, shout out to Joe Rogan. He's got some good shit. Yeah, it was an estrogen blocker. Like it's not anything. A lot of guys use it. The thing is that a lot of guys use those estrogen blockers after a steroid cycle because it helps your body naturally. What is it? Not resurface, regenerate your testosterone naturally without shrinking your nuts. So like once you get off steroids, obviously your body slows its own production because you've been feeding it testosterone. So the estrogen blockers help that recovery. So I think that might have been the issue. Not necessarily that he just took, is what I would say. I mean, it's a good cop, but even the even the supplement company came out and was like, you are not putting this on us. We'll send you whatever you guys fucking need.
Yeah, I remember that story now.
Yeah.
But so yeah,
so
he
it
was
him.
the dude.
Yeah, but so he fought.
He did.
Okay.
He fought. I forget the dude he fought, but he beat him significantly.
Oh,
the
yeah.
dude is legit. They say
He's a great fighter. The problem, I mean, but
shit.
that's the same problem any of them have. I mean, now they
Yeah.
have randoms,
Yeah.
and like it's just anytime, anywhere, and you got to check in as a UFC fighter. Like you got to tell them, like, hey man, going to see Sausage Party, 7:30 showing, and like they could show up at Sausage Party at 8 o'clock and like here, piss in this.
But so I think he'll be fighting Cormier here shortly.
Yeah.
I
Oh, he'll
believe.
get it. He'll get it again.
Because John Jones.
They lost that card, and Silva came back, and that was nice from his leg. But he should have just. It's unfortunate to go out that way, but he would have gone out on top.
Yeah.
Did he win that last one?
No, Cormier
Yeah.
beat the fuck out
Yeah,
of him.
yeah, that's right. Because then everybody was booing him, and that was the thing is he's trying to be liked by everybody. It's like, dude,
He
just take
stepped
it,
up on Friday.
Right,
to fight Saturday.
take it, and just no, not Silva, Cormier.
Oh yeah. Cormier.
Everybody booed him, and it's like, dude, just take it. Fuck, eat off that. Be like, thank him, just thank him, flip them all off, and walk out.
Right.
They're gonna tune into you.
And Cormier's I've listened to a lot of his interviews. He's a real humble, smart dude.
Well, that's the thing is like he's trying to be liked by
Yeah.
everybody, and everybody just for some reason hates him, and it's like,
Yeah.
whatever, man. At some point, you just gotta say fuck it.
Yeah. But that
You just gotta say fuck it.
just butt fuck it.
Don't
What?
I don't.
What?
It's like after 30 beers at 2 o'clock, you just gotta say
Ugh.
fuck it.
Jesus. So yeah, and then the Anthony Johnson and
Johnson's a beast.
Tashiro.
Doesn't even matter who he fought. He beat his ass in 13 seconds.
They're-
They started saying his name, and Johnson knocked his ass out.
Like they
This is
literally
gonna be a
went
real
in.
good match. Oh, damn it!
They literally went in.
That had to be fastest knockout of the night.
Oh,
Yeah.
of arguably UFC history. It's
Is it?
probably
No, there's a I swear.
no.
I swear
I'm
there's
just
a
saying
9-second
that
one.
there's
Listen, hit us
it's
up.
probably
hit us up on
5, top 3.
hit us up on Twitter. Let us know who the. We're not going to look it up. We wanna try and include fan participation here.
Please.
Who's got the fastest UFC knockout?
So, I am actually going to look it up because now I'm
Sorry,
curious.
tweet
But anyway,
us at Early Chatter.
I just won't tell you guys, so now you gotta.
But the best part, I think one of the best parts, about the whole evening is something we were talking about. Is after that whole fiasco with the main card, Diaz and Gregor, is that his brother wasn't allowed in the fights.
Yeah. Well, and I was reading last night, because I heard about it last night, and I was wondering why.
Reading. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So-
mean listening to something?
No, I was actually reading. Surprisingly, I know.
Books on tape.
Yeah. It took me a while, but I got it.
Real quick, if anybody out there says they read a book, but you listen to an audiobook, I hate you.
Yeah, you're a douchebag. But, so, it was a few months back, there was a controversy it was a Strike Force, or Bellator or something like that.
Yeah.
That's where Nate Diaz's brother, Nick Diaz, fights.
Yeah.
So there was something happened to where a dude, they call him Mayhem.
Fuck, Mayhem?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Mayhem.
He's the one who did Bully Beatdown.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
I
guy.
I know Mayhem.
So
Yeah.
he was in the audience, and it was Nate
really gonna
Diaz
be good.
fought someone.
Yeah.
So when the fight was over, I think Nate Diaz lost,
Yeah.
but Mayhem came running into the fucking ring
Sounds about right.
unprovoked,
Yep.
and basically put his hand on the dude that just lost or
Yeah.
won, or I forget who it was. And Nate Diaz then
Yeah.
came into the ring and beat the ever living fuck out of Mayhem.
Yeah.
Like his camp, tackled the dude.
Yeah.
And I think charges were pressed.
Oh yeah, like so those are sanctioned fights. Like you sign contracts
Right.
and everything. Any fighting outside of the
Yeah.
the
They all
the
received like
licensing?
$5,000
Yeah.
fines.
You can go-
Mayhem
go
got
to
like
jail,
a 2-year ban or something.
Yeah.
Even though he got his ass whooped, but he shouldn't have went in the ring in the first place.
Yeah, but to be honest, if you watch his fights when he's getting his ass whooped, he's got the biggest smile on his face.
he's crazy.
Dude, he is.
You
He's
gotta be fucking
hilarious,
crazy.
though. Yeah.
But so yeah, back to the main event. McGregor knocked down Diaz, I think 3 times within the first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Just caught him.
I saw a clip of it where he's hollering at him to get up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He every time he kept saying,
Oh,
"Get
because
up."
Diaz beat him by submission in the first
McGregor
round.
did not want to go to the ground.
Right. That's the
Period.
whole thing is that
Yeah.
McGregor, like, Diaz got on the
wasn't
ground.
hurt,
Nah, but I mean,
but he tagged him
dude, I
enough
watched
to put
him.
him on his ass.
He's leading into those
He's
punches,
tough.
too. He's leading in. He's running into him. He's
He's-
putting
he's-
weight behind him.
He's a fucking idiot. He's tough. He's
Yeah.
a monster. But yeah, McGregor knocked him down, I think, once in the first round and then twice back to back in the second round.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, each time he kept saying, "Just get up.
Yeah.
Get the fuck up.
Yeah.
I want to fight." But
Or it's
then,
because he's not trying to get on. Yeah, he's not trying to get on top of him and get reversed. Yeah.
But then, towards the end of the second round, you could tell McGregor was gassing. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
deep breaths,
Yeah.
and and the whole time McGregor kept. They're both southpaws, so
Yeah.
Diaz's right leg, his lead leg, McGregor kept kicking the shit out of it
Yeah.
with his power leg, his left leg.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm gonna pull up a picture of Diaz's fucking leg
Yeah.
because it was bruised and battered,
That's what you're trying to get that artery, slow the blood to their brain.
and it was
Yeah.
tough. I mean, within the first round, his shit was bruised and
Really?
fucked up. Yeah. So then you could tell, third round, McGregor was basically done. He was gassed. Stop doing that 'cause you're gonna make me do it. So he was gassed, and then
Oh, I was yawning because it's early, not anything else.
it was
God knows
it
how
is
that'd be taken.
8 a.m. Yeah, I guess that didn't sound well. We're not on video,
No, not yet.
but so yeah, third and fourth round, Diaz basically just bodied him,
Yeah.
just up against and he landed some good shots. I mean,
Yeah. I saw some of
honestly-
Diaz's. I mean, I saw some of the highlights. Obviously, I can't see the full fight just
yeah.
yet.
Honestly, going into the fifth round, I thought it was even 2-2.
Yeah.
I'd give the first 2 rounds to McGregor, last 2 rounds to Diaz.
But that score, did you finally find the scorecard?
I did. I'll get to that.
Scorecard says different. I mean,
I'll get to
McGregor
that.
pretty much ran him rampant.
Yeah. So, and I didn't see it that way. And I was just reading a lot of tweets. A lot of other people didn't see it that way either. Ronda
Really?
Rousey got into it. A lot of, I mean, I don't know a couple of these people's.
So here's the thing. So let's say
So-
win, lose, or draw. So let's say that it wasn't scored. Let's say they didn't go with the judges.
I'm sorry, it wasn't Ronda Rousey. It was Rowdy Beck Rawlings. I just saw Rowdy and I went straight to Ronda.
So let's say, all right. So nobody agreed with the outcome. Everybody thinks Diaz should have won.
So I'm gonna read a few
Is
of
what
the
you're saying,
tweets.
yeah.
Is Cub Swanson. He's wearing a black belt, so I'm not gonna talk shit on him. But I don't know who he is. But he said, "I'm sorry, but Diaz won that fight.
Rowdy Beck Rawlings said, "What a fucking joke. Nate Diaz won that." Tony Ferguson said, "That's bullshit. McGregor got picked apart. Come to my weight class, motherfucker."
So okay, well that's just somebody. I'm gonna be. Who was that? I'll call that guy out. That's just a
Ferguson.
bully trying to pick a fight.
So then I'm not done. So yeah. So,
like let's be real here. It's like come up
Yeah.
to his class. So now he's got to jump 3 weight classes because I'd assume that means he's light heavyweight.
no, I've never heard of this dude.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck he is.
But that's the thing is like they're all at Diaz's camp. So I mean, if you're for Diaz in the get go, you're gonna score it in his favor no matter what. But
they're not in his camp. They're just
no, not in his camp. But I mean, like they're on his side. They were
necessarily.
They
I
were
mean,
rooting
honestly,
for Diaz. I don't think there's a whole lot of
I was rooting for
bipartisaness going
McGregor,
into it.
And I thought Diaz won.
Really?
My
Oh,
opinion.
okay.
So I had first 2 rounds McGregor. Second round could have went either way.
Right.
A lot of people said 1-1. Joe Rogan said 1-1. I saw 2-0 McGregor. Second round I saw, or third and fourth round I saw Diaz.
Yeah.
There might have been 15 seconds left.
Well, how many
20 seconds
times
left.
did McGregor get knocked down? Knockdown counts.
I think once.
Knockdown. So he got
Right.
so 3-1 on knockdowns. Punch landed. So
Yeah.
they count punches landed. Punches. I mean, the guys obviously the UFC guys. They're obviously aware of the scoring. But if you throw a punch and miss, that's I mean that counts as a percentage.
Yeah.
Percentage of punches landed. And I mean, watching McGregor, dude, he was on. I mean, he was on point. At least the highlight. I mean, I saw the highlights. I can't really comment the whole fight. So.
Yeah.
So, and then with about 20 to 15 seconds left in the fifth round,
Yeah.
the final round, Diaz took McGregor down,
Yeah.
which in my mind solidified that round for Diaz.
Right.
I gave the fight to Diaz.
Takedowns are big.
I was
yeah.
shocked.
But did Gregor get out of it?
No, kept him on the ground until the fight was over.
Okay,
and
till
then,
the fight was over.
And then Diaz helped McGregor up off the ground, which I
Yeah.
was surprised by. But
Well,
at the end of the day,
I mean, you're doing like I said. I mean, you're doing that.
They respect the, hell out
The
of
way
each other.
the way like I said, the way they act is for promotion. You got to promote. You got to be self-promoting.
agreed.
I
but
do think there is a
genuinely
bit of bad
think
blood.
they
I
don't
do.
like each
No,
other.
I generally agree with that too. But at the
But-
same time, when you have both gone toe to toe,
Yeah.
I mean, after the
and
first
honestly-
one, he jumped up. McGregor was talking so much. They were both talking shit in that first
Yeah.
one. So when Diaz did it and beat him, it was like,
Gotcha, bitch.
fuck yeah, I got you. Shut
And
your mouth.
honestly, I think Diaz thought he won, so he helped him up out of good faith.
Yeah.
And honestly,
But
that's
now-
the way shit should be nowadays with dudes.
But again, think about this. Now there's number 3. If Diaz
It's
would have
gonna
won,
happen.
probably no fight 3.
No.
Gregor's not going to come back up to,
Nah,
to that weight class
and
just
Dana
for a
White
third
already
fight.
said
Possible.
McGregor's next fight will be at the 140, 143 or whatever.
Right,
the
he's
fight's
going to
at.
go back down to his weight class,
Yeah.
which is
regardless
respectable.
of the outcome
Right.
of this fight.
And that's what it should be. He's, I mean, staying at that weight. I mean, he probably walks around at 170.
Well, and you got the guys in that weight class waiting around for McGregor. Now he's fought 2 fights.
Right.
Somebody wants a title shot.
Right.
You know, so, but and back to Diaz helping McGregor up.
But I do think that they'll make it more interesting if the belt holder has to continue to come up to that weight class to defend his title. That's a big sell right there.
Well, now Diaz doesn't have a belt, so
I know,
he
McGregor-
could go fight
McGregor has it, doesn't
McGregor
he?
for his featherweight.
Featherweight, yeah.
Yeah, because it's feather and welter.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is Diaz can go down and fight for that belt, but I'm saying that
But
McGregor has the belt now
McGregor would keep the
in
welterweight
welter.
belt.
Yeah, so now
So
anytime
Diaz
anybody
would
wants
win
to,
the featherweight belt.
right, but regardless of that, I'm just saying that anybody who wants to fight for that belt, who wants a title shot at welterweight, has to fight a guy that has to come up. So anytime he wins, he's come up from a weight class that he's not
Yeah.
generally fighting in, and if he continues to win at that,
And there's some
It's
tough
like-
welterweights out there.
oh,
Diaz is
yeah.
ranked 4,
yeah.
and he's a tough son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So welterweights, that's the
But
way
to
go.
keep coming up, just to do that is
Yeah.
it's hard. I mean, like I said, he walks around at that weight. Those guys, you cut down to those weights.
Yeah.
So you have the strength, the conditioning. You've been
Yeah.
running at 200 pounds to cut down to 180. It's like, I mean, that's a big load off.
Yeah, I agree. And so the card here,
But then you do your weigh in and eat a crap ton of pasta, pizza.
yeah, they
and all that
say
other shit.
Nate
Shove your
Diaz
face.
walked in at 200 pounds.
Oh yeah.
He wouldn't say whether he did or not, but that's what they say. So the judges scored it 47-47, 48-47, and 48-47.
That's a lot closer than I thought.
It was tight.
Yeah.
So the first judge scored first 2 rounds to McGregor, 10-9. He scored third round 10-8 Diaz, which is kind of the way I saw it. I didn't think
Yeah.
10-8. I would have said 10-9 because it was tight.
Yeah.
But then he scored
How tight?
super tight. But then he scored 10-9 Connor in the 4th round, which apparently
then he
every
would've given
judge saw 4th round to Connor. But
And then 5th round, he scored 10-9 for Diaz.
That's probably that takedown.
It was a takedown.
So-
Every judge scored. Okay,
Yeah.
so that I
didn't
that's-
have that up when I was talking about that previously. I didn't
Right.
have the score.
No,
up.
yeah, we just brought that up.
Every judge scored 10-9 Diaz in the 5th round. So
Yeah.
it was a takedown.
Yeah.
Because other than that,
Yeah.
it was tight. So then Judge Blue, it's white, blue, and pink. I guess you can't give the judges names.
Yeah, but it
Oh,
should
yeah,
be.
no, here they are down at
But
the bottom.
okay,
So,
real quick. Say the 3 colors again.
white, blue, and
Pink.
Couldn't
Couldn't
just
be
be
red?
red.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was getting at that.
and it's not like it's not a chick. His name's Derek Cleary.
No, not that it would be a chick.
So-
that'd be.
But I was just thinking
that
if
would
they
be
got the pick,
extremely
they're in.
sexist if it was pink and a woman.
Well, if they got the pick, then no.
Got that.
But if
pink.
it was, Jesus Christ.
What you want to do in the end is you
We
really got to
went
get that pink. You want to get that. You want to get the score from the pink.
So, second judge, Judge Blue, scored it. First two.
He must be a huge fan of Reservoir Dogs. Something. What? Why am I getting that look?
I don't know, Reservoir Dogs.
You've never seen Reservoir Dogs?
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Tweet us.
So anyway,
Justin's never seen Reservoir Dogs. It's a Quentin Tarantino film. The guys are named after, so it's like Mr. Pink, Mr. Blue, and such and so on.
so Judge 2, Mr. Blue, scored it the first 2 rounds 10-9 in the favor of Connor,
Yeah.
and then 10-9.
So it sounds like everybody pretty much scored it first 2 and 4th round.
So yeah. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah,
So
it sounds
and that's
pretty
the way that I
consistent,
saw it.
yeah.
Was first 2 rounds Connor, and
Yeah.
each judge. Okay, I didn't even. Think
But
about
you did 3 and you thought 3 and 4 for Diaz, and then you thought so that's where yours varies is you thought
So-
3 and 4 were Diaz, and then
so-
the 5th one went to Diaz
So
because of the takedown.
Right. So every judge scored. First 2 rounds Connor,
Yeah.
and then every judge scored 3rd round, Diaz,
Yeah.
and then every judge scored 4th round Connor, which I thought, I gave the 4th round to Diaz,
Yeah.
but it was all 10-9 each, so whatever. So the only difference. So yeah, the only difference was that 4th round. They
Yeah,
gave
that's the one you thought.
to McGregor.
That's
and-
that's where experience comes in because if you were judging,
right. I mean, yeah.
Diaz would have been the thing. Diaz
Well,
would have been it.
Yeah, I would have.
And you rooted and you for
And
McGregor.
I was for
yeah,
McGregor.
you're for McGregor.
Yeah, I was just being unbiased, and I honestly thought, which again these judges thought too, because
I think that takedown in the 5th is what put
I
him
think
over the
the
top. Otherwise,
takedown-
if he wouldn't have got that takedown, it would have been 4-1.
they might have scored the last round 9-9
Yeah,
and just left it a
okay.
draw,
Yeah, call
which
it a
would
draw.
have sucked because then you would have had a draw of a fight.
No, because it was still too. No.
It would have been 47s across the board, and everybody would have been fucking pissed.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what do you? Nah,
So-
I mean, it's still going to be a 3rd fight either way.
Right. Yeah.
Ty goes to the bell holder, so it would have been Diaz.
Yeah.
so
Diaz
then,
would have won
right,
without
so,
winning.
Right.
He would have
See, I
just
don't
had a
like
draw
those.
on
I
his
think
record.
they should do a goddamn like Hail Mary round. It's like you go till you're knocked out.
Jesus. Which
3 minutes.
have you ever seen on Netflix Dogfight?
No.
Dude.
Is it good?
Oh my god.
I do like
Obviously,
Netflix,
you've heard
but
of
it sounds
Kimbo
like-
Slice.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of Day 5000? Dada 5000?
Never heard of him?
No.
Dude. He's the dude that Kimbo Slice fought in his last fight. They basically...
Rest in peace.
Yeah, R.I.P. bro. Love you. But, dude, I used to watch fucking Kimbo Slice on
Oh
on
yeah, dude. YouTube.
all
Oh
the
yeah.
time.
That dude
What-
could
what
ball.
he
I was
did-
excited as shit when he went on. What the heck was it?
Bellator.
No. He the Ultimate Fighter Challenge or the Ultimate Fighter.
Oh, dude, that was a joke.
It was, but dude, he walked in. Everybody was thinking it was
different
gonna be some like
fucking weight
big
class.
name, something like that, and he walks in. He's like, "Sup?"
He's a street fighter.
Right, and that's what they all said.
That's all it
And then you know what happened?
He got tapped out.
Well, he got tapped out, but he won a couple of them.
Not in
And
UFC.
then he won in the UFC.
No,
Yeah.
Bellator. Bellator.
No, he won in UFC.
Bellator.
I swear to God, he fought in the UFC.
He fought in the UFC. He never won.
Tweet us at Early Chatter.
He never won in the UFC.
I see. I noticed you saw the lean in.
I did.
I was waiting for it.
Brought it real close. Real cozy to the
But
microphone.
Dogfight on Netflix.
Yeah.
So it's where Dada 5000. He's the main dude, but this is where
Dada.
Kimbo Slice came from.
Yeah. I mean, it's so big down there that
Dude,
I don't even
what
think
they do-
I don't even think you get
No, listen.
to keep them off the street.
Yeah.
Like to keep, I think they like it's legalized
No.
or
not even
like
close.
decriminalized.
Not even close. But here's the law.
I gotta think there is.
Listen.
Yeah.
What he does is he takes PVC pipes. Or sticks,
Right.
whatever the fuck they can find
Tell
out
me
there.
breaks him over his back. His guys just wail on him.
Jesus, no. So he puts it in
I gotta build up my tolerance.
like a 4x4 square or
Yeah.
a 5x5 square.
Yeah.
Puts rope around it
Yeah.
and says, "Look, if Chris has a problem with me on the street, we don't fight on the street.
Yeah.
We get in touch
yeah.
with Dada,
Yeah,
and
he
we
organizes
fight.
the fights. Yeah.
and the cops. What he does is he puts like a big fence around his yard,
Yeah.
so nobody can see in. So you
Right.
technically, quote unquote, don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
You know what they're doing.
Right.
Cops come to them. Cops have came to him and said, "Look, we appreciate what you're doing because
Yeah.
he lowered crime rate
Yeah.
in that town."
No, yeah. When you
I
can
think it's
settle it
like
in a safe environment, like because otherwise,
Miami-Dade or whatever, Dade
yeah,
County.
because no, Dade County, fuck. But
Yeah.
the main problem is because when you do a street fight on the streets, it's not. There's at least some regulation in a backyard. There's got to be a little bit of respect. Like, hey man, I'm gonna fight you. We'll meet here. And there's rules, we'll say.
Yeah.
It's street fighting, but not on the street. Where if that dude gets his ass beat, his buddies can jump in and start
Right.
whooping the shit, and then
Yeah.
it's whole gangs fighting, or
Which
shooting.
and takes me back to when Diaz helped McGregor up off the ground.
Right.
That's the way it should be. On
Right.
the street, if I don't like you, we square up, we throw down,
Right.
first one hits the ground, I help you up, we did man shit,
Right.
and I walk away.
Put hair on the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way it used to
No,
be.
I mean it. Yeah.
And we ain't even that old. We're 28.
No.
And
No,
that's
I'm
the way
sorry.
it fucking
We're
should
not
be.
old. The no was for the not that old. I am 28.
Yeah.
This year.
Like I just
But
I
I
don't
mean,
understand it
it's
nowadays.
yeah.
Kids nowadays are fucking pussies.
Well, yeah.
bottom
There's
line.
what is it? Who said that? Clint Eastwood.
Probably.
Dude, Clint Eastwood came on the air and was just like, yeah, it's not the it's pussy generation.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, yeah,
bullshit.
And
It's,
honestly,
it's hurt
That's why
feelings and
I
everything.
carry a fucking gun everywhere I go in the state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not worried about anything like that. I just prefer. Why not?
but if I have 4 or 5 dudes run up on me and
Right,
my
exactly.
fucking pregnant
I mean,
girlfriend
so here's
and my
here's
2-year-old,
the one statistic I
It's
will
coming
state.
out.
Right, the one statistic I will state is average police response time in all states is 10 minutes.
yeah,
So without getting too much into
I'll be my
political
own
this or
fucking
that,
police.
right? I mean, the time it takes for you to draw from holster to target
And hey,
is
Maryland,
generally
get on board with the
is
carrying
generally
fucking laws.
under a minute, as opposed to I just got robbed. Cops are after the fact. They are. I can't call a cop. I was like, hey, I see like 3 shady guys. Well, did they do anything? No. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Like they're not gonna be like, all right, well, we'll send 2 units to
No,
you, and then it's like,
you
okay, you're
call a
getting
cop
robbed.
after
after
you
the
just got
fact,
held up at
right.
gunpoint.
And then they do some research, but it doesn't take away the fact that
Yeah.
So, but I mean, even at that point, there are certain times
So, yeah.
you can and can't, or want to and not. I mean, we can go over that. I do to. There are even times that you don't want to draw. It's like if you're at gunpoint, all they want is money.
yeah.
You give them their money, walk away, get away
walk
from the
away.
situation.
Agreed.
We
But
can
no,
talk about
no,
some
no.
of that, but
Yeah. So back to that dog fight.
but yeah.
Dude, it is badass. There's no
Yeah.
rounds. There's no judges.
Okay.
The
Is
only
it
way
timed?
No.
No time. You pretty much just
can,
go.
You can get a quick break. You can be like,
Yeah.
time out. But it's not a quick pussy break.
Right.
It's not, hey, I'm getting my ass beat. I need a little fucking time out here.
Right.
No. You either knock him out,
Yeah.
tap him out,
Right.
or a dude quits.
Oh, they do go tap out. That's decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had one kid on there, and the dude looked like a grappler.
Yeah.
And what he did was he would stand up, take you down, choke you out,
Yeah.
and he'd walk away.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even get hit.
No.
And a lot of dudes would just
And
stand
that's
up
the thing.
and bang.
Well, the reason why it's safe to do that, and I mean that's actually a plus for somebody like that, because in a street fight, you go on the ground, his buddies are just going to come curb stomp your face.
Mhm.
Like if you're on the ground and you got him pinned out, nobody's just standing there. They're going to come up and just stomp you in the
Right.
face.
Right. And 9 times out of 10, street fights are going to the ground regardless.
Yeah. Oh,
They
they
don't
are.
stand up.
Yeah. No.
I mean, and
Because
if
you
you're
get on
beating
top,
my
yeah.
ass, I'm taking you down.
Right.
And I,
Oh yeah, you're going to want to wrap up.
Yeah, because I don't like getting punched in the face.
Right.
I'm tired of getting punched.
does?
We're going down.
Yeah.
So,
Just for everybody out there listening, Justin goes down.
real quick.
Oh Jesus. Roll right on, man.
So, yeah.
So it was a good fight.
So-
It sounded like. I mean, I was up texting you.
It
So
was a
God,
good
I got
fight.
loud on that.
And, yeah, Diaz got split the fuck open again.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That's
So-
hilarious.
But I think he said his
Not
last
hilarious,
fight.
sorry.
Well, and then
After the fight, Diaz exposed, well, not exposed, but I guess let the crowd know. I forget the word I'm looking for here, but made it known that he suffered a few injuries during camp. Which
Yeah.
he said, he was like, I'm not looking for excuses. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
And then
They always-
McGregor,
who
they
else
showed
is that?
McGregor
Yeah.
walking out of the ring,
Yeah.
broke his foot.
Did Yeah.
His left foot,
Yeah.
which probably happened because he was kicking
the shit out of
fucking
it. Yeah.
Diaz's legs.
So
hard.
somebody else did that. They did that, and when they got a win, I don't know. If you hadn't mentioned it, if you've never brought it up pre-fight, there's no reason to bring it up post-fight.
No. I disagree 100%. You don't want to bring it up pre-fight because if he says,
No, I know it's something you want to.
I
know it's something you're
shin
going to go
splint.
for. You're right,
you
but
know what I mean? Or I got, I mean, or
I get what you mean.
anything.
But no, not
You
that.
don't
But I mean,
bring that up.
Shouldn't bring it up at all.
And that's why
I don't
hockey
agree.
players don't disclose their injuries. If
Right.
you ever notice, like
No,
a
I know
hockey
that.
player, he's got an arm injury.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They
But
don't let you
and
know what.
I agree with that, but I'm just saying
You
that
do
there's no
not
reason.
disclose.
No, not before. Okay, I guess
There's no reason for him to bring it up. I agree. Yeah,
Yes,
fuck you,
that's
Chris.
where I'm going for.
But
Is
you
there's
don't
no
bring
reason-
it up. Period.
Yeah, I don't think it should even be brought up after the fight. If I mean, that's like I said. I mean, that's like when you lose a drag race, and I didn't refill my nitrous tank.
Right. Yeah,
It's
or
like,
I forgot
okay,
to turn it
then
on.
that's your fucking fault.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
And who cares?
Yeah.
You still lost. If that's the reason you lost, that is 100% your fault. If you didn't fight at 100%, it's your fault. Shouldn't have gone into the fight.
Nah, you're still gonna fight.
Yeah, you're still gonna fight.
Yeah. There-
Talking
there's-
that much shit after that, you
Yeah,
get hurt.
you're still gonna fight.
You get hurt 2 weeks before the fight after talking all that shit. You show up.
Just swallow
Otherwise,
some
it's even
dip.
worse.
Yeah.
If I was a girl, I'd jump all over the. Oh, push it with your chin. These mics are nice, man. I'm glad.
They are.
I'm glad we got set up on two.
I like it. We sound a lot better this time.
This is. I mean, we still have the cicadas in the
I can hear
background.
'em a little
I
bit,
can hear
yeah.
them too. That's a nice setting.
And I got my garage door shut
It's
halfway.
it's halfway, but
And it feels
I
pretty
like
good in
it.
here.
It
So
is.
now
It's
that we're
nice.
getting
it's cool.
into 8:30.
It's because it's early morning. It's because it's early chatter. Last time we
That
did it was
segue.
not like 7 o'clock at night, sweating balls.
Jesus Christ, that was horrible.
I was getting oh, we're past that.
Okay.
I was getting a nice hot bowl of taint soup ready for us.
Jesus Christ. You went
We're actually at a so we'll keep going a little bit.
there.
Well, you want to do the segue?
No.
You wanna
Or-
save this for next? I mean, so,
no,
I mean,
no. Yeah, we'll go there.
I do want to talk about
No,
those.
let's
So
pull.
we did talk earlier. We talked about how Justin cleaned out the studio.
Yeah,
Starting.
and then
Actually, you know what it
behind
does? I'll be honest. What do you got? What's behind me?
Oh, cotton webs.
Oh yeah, cotton webs.
Spider webs, I'm sorry.
Spider webs.
Fuck. Cut that
That's
out.
all right.
Edit
Hey,
that.
there's a shark thing here.
Yeah, it's my little man's.
What the fuck is it?
It's like a sand bucket for the beach.
Oh, I should make you drink that beer. Justin found a beer in his in one of his.
Oh, I didn't
5
find it.
golf bags.
I clearly knew it was there.
That's
I'm
gonna be
gonna
like 2
open it
years
and
old.
smell it.
All right. While he's getting that ready, we'll talk about it. So he did a little bit of cleaning, which was nice. He got back from vacation. He did what he said he was going to do. Gave the old garage a clean up. And that's got to be, what do you think that is? 2 years old?
Smells like sour beer.
Smells like sour beer.
2 years old? No. That is That's honestly probably at least 3 years old. I'm not even kidding.
Why would you? So it's.
It was in my golf bag, so I went golfing.
I can't smell it. My nose is clogged.
You're always
Hold on.
fucking sick.
Dude, it's because I sit in a cesspool. The area I sit in is fully enclosed.
At work.
There's no outward vent. There's a vent, but it's covered in dust. We just put a dehumidifier in there that fills up in 7 hours.
Jesus.
I think it's like a 1 gallon tank. It fills up in 7 hours every day. And they only run it while we're there. They don't empty it while nobody's there. So for 20, what is it? For 17 hours. I mean, I can't even tell.
My God.
It's just flat.
He totally just took a sip.
Get this
Oh my God.
But Justin did what he said he was going to do, and he
So-
cleaned out the garage. But in the time, in doing that, he also cleaned out another part of his house, which was his attic.
No. So
wasn't it your attic?
I just got loud. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. You put your lips to the tip.
I did.
Whenever you put lips
No.
to the tip, it gets real loud.
Real loud. No, I found these a while ago, actually. Back when Craig lived here.
Yeah.
We were down in the basement doing something. I was doing something with my freezer or something another. I don't know. But I happened to look up in the ductwork in my basement,
In the ductwork.
sitting on top of the ductwork. And I was like, what in the fuck is that? So I forget if Craig was down there with me or not, or if he was upstairs. I don't remember. But pulled him down, and we have penthouses here.
We have.
It was,
This is.
so let me, little
May-
backstory on my house is
Right.
the house was built in 1952. There's a penny placed in my sunroom for 1972.
Yeah.
So I believe the family that, and after talking to my neighbors, it's an older neighborhood, a lot of older people here, but after talking to my neighbors, I believe that the people that I bought the house from lived here. They had the house built, and they've lived here forever.
Right.
So the lady went into a nursing home, and her daughter lives in South Carolina, so she sold the house for her mother.
Right.
And
Okay.
her mother recently, not recently, but about a year or two after I bought the house, she passed away in the nursing home. But so I think whoever lived here, it was theirs.
Yeah.
Whoever I bought the house from. So it's
Yeah.
not like somebody lived here
Right.
and then sold the house and then somebody else moved in
Right.
and those were sitting there. So they were from the people I bought the house from.
But up in the ductwork, so these
It was
these
somebody's
are
stash.
penthouse magazines.
And trust me, I've searched further.
So I mean, to go off
And I
your penny
have-
story, we got a good amount of them. I think we're gonna try and
6 of them.
we're gonna try and do this in segments of we're just gonna flip
What's
to a
the-
random page.
What's the date on that?
So the date on this is May 1978. So
I think they're all 78s and 79s.
yeah, so this
Penthouses.
is May 1978.
The International Mag.
The cost was $2.
A Russian spy inside the CIA.
No. Save that one for next. So we're just gonna look at this. We're gonna look at this one issue.
Carlton cigarettes on the back.
Carlton cigarettes
Are
on
they
the back.
even around?
Dude, I don't think so. But
I've never seen them. That's
but,
like Lucky Strikes.
yeah, only 5 mg's a tar for anybody out there.
Jesus.
That brings you the lighter 100. But dude, that is seriously like some like parent shit. Like found some kid's stash from the 70s. It's not like they had like a shit ton of videos.
I don't even.
So this dude had them
it would've had to
stashed up.
been the
So this-
kid, yeah.
It had to be the kid. Just
Because
stash
the
these up
kids
in
are
the
about
basement.
my parents' age
Yeah.
now, so,
So this is just stashed up in the basement.
yeah. Up on top of the
But
ductwork.
this isn't. You found these. We were. My other buddy. The house he lived in, he was doing something. Yeah, take a look at that.
I'm not.
And these are
looking, I'm
in
gonna
good
try and find
condition.
an
We're gonna.
article. Yeah, they're. I mean, and I looked
they're-
them up. I was gonna try and sell them
Yeah.
to get a couple bucks, but yeah, penthouses ain't shit.
No, my uncle does collect Playboys. He's got like I think every issue from I can't even remember like 1960. But he was going. It was the same thing. They rented his parents and him rented the house. They were cleaning something out. They were cleaning the basement out because they were getting ready to move into another house. And we found a bunch of Papa John's pizza bags, which was awesome. But then we found, you make the joke like, oh, you're going to stumble across this huge porn stash. And we did. A huge porn stash. Like videos, Asian call girls. And it had to have been the owner of the house. Yeah, get a good look at that bush. We ain't talking about Bush Light here, buds.
No.
But that's the thing.
Shout
is,
out
like,
to Bush Light. I love your fucking orange camo cans
the
in
camo
in the
cans
winter.
are nice. Set that right there next to you in the woods.
Hell yeah. I mean,
The,
we don't. But
But yeah, that's like the old fable because now everything's on computer. Nobody buys a hard copy.
No.
I think I bought a hard copy of a magazine one time, and it was off a Dare. Like I went to go get something from a gas
There's
station.
that.
Right, exactly. I just turned. I was the only one who was 18, and I think my buddies just wanted a magazine. But the Dare, they're like, oh, you won't go in and buy a magazine. It's like, all right, go in, slap it down on the counter. Guy's just like,
Do they have like an index in these?
Guy's like, word. And then I leave. Like, you bought 2
man,
mags, buy one, get one free. I think I had to walk back to the shelf and get another magazine. Because it was buy one, get one free. So Justin's checking out the index. We're going to try and find some random
So
article.
there's a quiz.
Oh, there's a quiz.
Are you going to be successful quiz on page 150? There's over 188 pages.
Oh, yeah. Let me see this real quick. This is a big
159.
issue.
It is. So hold on, I want to check out this.
Hold on. Let's read the cover. So right here on the cover, let's give you a sign of the times here. Justin, why don't you run down the main topics on this cover?
On the cover, we have the suspension of human rights in Philadelphia, diary of a reluctant virgin, first in a series, taxes we should never pay. Hey, I still agree with that bullshit.
I'm pretty interested in that article.
The uncontrollable orgasm,
That's definitely one I want to know.
and beyond quote unquote close encounters.
Beyond what?
Close encounters. Close.
I think I can hear the ambulance in our.
Well, 83 is not too
Well,
far.
yeah. Don't give away the highway you live by.
I don't give a fuck. Again,
Triangulate.
Don't come and knock. Back
All right,
to
so we're gonna
how
do
I
the
always
quiz.
have
So
it
all right, so we went to the index. We're gonna try and do a. We'll try and do this here and there. We've got a good stack of them. I think we're
20
gonna try and do
questions that
a,
will also help you learn how to succeed.
20 questions.
20 questions.
Are there answers?
It's multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Well, there's got to be
Dude,
answers then.
There's 20 of these motherfuckers.
Let me see it.
They're like paragraphs.
They paragraphs. We're not going to read all that.
No.
What we're going to do is we're going to try and pick an article and give you a little insight. Let's call it a trip back in time.
I like it.
Everything's on the computer now. I mean, you don't really have to. I think even Playboy stopped doing nudes.
Yeah.
Now they're just about articles, which is fine. They actually did have some good articles.
okay,
It was
hold on,
always
hold on,
funny
hold
when
on.
somebody said, "I bought it for the articles."
Yeah.
As opposed
So,
to. The
but
naked
listen to this.
picture.
So, I have a bone to pick with that.
Oh,
So,
sounds hot.
yeah, that sounded weird. But, one, I never bought a Playboy. Two, I have no intentions on ever buying a fucking Playboy. But the history of Playboy is the nudie pictures.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
So,
First Marilyn.
now,
Marilyn Monroe.
now they're
First issue.
Now they are articles.
50. I think it's 50 years later.
Right. So now they're
50 or
articles.
60.
So imagine this. I get on an airplane and I'm holding a Playboy to read the articles.
Yeah.
I'm going to get looked at.
Oh,
Like I'm
yeah.
a fucking pervert.
Well, yeah, because it's still
so
associated
I think
with
that's
that.
a bad.
I don't think anybody at any point is like walking across somebody reading a Playboy and going like, "Man,
Right.
it must have some good articles this
Right.
week." It's like,
So-
man, that dude's trying to get off in the airport.
Like I genuinely think that's a bad idea for Playboy.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
well,
like
it's not
you
associated with it.
Huh?
I mean, it's articles aren't associated. Like, it's not what you associate Playboy with.
Exactly. Like
Like-
so, it's
like
a
I
bad
said, that
idea
used
for
to be-
Playboy. That makes zero sense.
that used to
I
be
don't
the
understand
joke.
it. Like if you get a Playboy, you get a Playboy to look at the naked pictures because
Right.
there's someone on the cover that you want to see. Again, I've never bought one. I don't care to buy one. I don't give a shit about them. But
I've seen
I mean,
them.
fuck, they have the internet nowadays.
Right.
Christ.
You have access to millions upon millions of gigabytes, terabytes. I mean, this thing is just the pages. I mean, this thing is really well maintained, to be honest with you, especially for being in ductwork. Words, Saturday Night Fever. Let's see
So
what we
I
got.
found
Bucks.
the fastest UFC knockout.
Okay, let's get back to that. Get on that real quick while I try and find a something that's just a little bit, like I said, a brief a glance back in time. What do you got?
So
What is
the fastest knockout, I'm going to just read the snippet here. For more than a dozen years, this legendary knockout was the fastest in the promotion's history. James Irvin, tying the previous record set by Don Fry, James Irvin made a quick work of an opponent, Houston Alexander, at UFC Fight Night 13. So we were just at UFC 202?
Yeah.
So this dates all the way back to UFC 13.
13.
In just 8 seconds, Irvin was declared the winner by knockout. 8 fucking seconds. Imagine that. You trained for 2 months, if not longer, 3 months.
Yeah.
However long these dudes train, you get in there. Granted, you're still getting paid. I saw that. Yeah. Still not impressed. Chris is now looking at nudie pictures. We're trying to find an article here, bud.
I am.
Come on.
When she's swallowing a banana, it's hard to not turn that around and say, "Hey, did you see this?"
Oh, Jesus. Another thing I've learned by listening to this podcast, I hate my laugh. I hate
That's all right. What are you gonna do? You gonna work on it? Here, let's work on a couple laughs for Justin.
I
I think it just depends if it's like a belly laugh or if it's just like a chuckle, like.
Oh, yeah, if you get me going, I got a good laugh. But,
Yeah.
like bullshit like that?
Well, they say. I mean, in general, they say you hate your own voice, but there's a reason for that. When you're saying it through.
So be honest with me. Listen to the first podcast. Do I have a good voice?
Yeah, you got a good radio
See,
voice.
I hate it.
I don't like.
fucking
So that's the
hate
thing is I don't like mine. But they say people don't like their own voice mainly because the way you hear it when you're speaking.
It's not the way you hear it when you
right,
listen
when you,
to it.
right. So
Agreed,
because
100%.
what happens is there's vibration from your jaw and from a lot of other things. That
Yeah,
give
there
it,
is.
Jesus, that give it more of a bass to your direct ear, whereas opposed to like the way you hear it from me and the way I would re-listen to it is you lose that. Oh yeah, no, I know. I can show you mine. I got like 30 on mine.
Shit.
And it's yeah, the reverberation just isn't there. So here we go. I have, well, that's a great drawing.
You only have 15 in yours, dick bag.
Huh?
You only have 15 likes.
On what? Oh, are we seriously gonna do that? Which picture?
I don't know.
What? I got on a couple of them. Anyway,
We have 25 on the early chatter page.
well, that's good.
We got 2 more followers.
Here's an ad that I found.
Hey, we're up to 27 followers. If you guys listen to this, I'd like to thank you.
I'd like to personally thank
Honestly.
our followers. So
Because, again, we went into this. If we got one, we win.
yeah,
So we got 27. We won 27
We
times.
got 27 on Instagram.
We can do 27
we're
episodes.
We're trying to do
One per follower.
And then we're done, bitches.
Just do
so keep following and we're done.
Just do follower spotlight. This week on follower spotlight. All right, so here's what I think would be a good. I got real close to the microphone. I know it changes when I do that. I think this would be a good toss back. Oh, sorry. God, we both cut each other off. That's the poor format right there.
Yeah, we suck. You suck at that.
Fastest knockout is what?
8 seconds.
8 seconds.
8 seconds.
I
Last
think-
night was 13.
I think I saw a 9-second one recently.
And, dude, what pisses me off about last night's knockout,
Yeah.
was, okay, they came in, squared up.
Yeah. Oh, I saw the knockout.
Number one rule,
Yeah.
you're not tired.
No.
Don't duck your fucking head.
Nope.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
You duck, you're getting punched. Or kneed, or kicked.
Yeah.
You don't duck your head unless you're ducking a punch, which
Right.
he wasn't.
No.
They squared off. The dude went in to duck and
Yeah.
throw.
He's trying to
an
do a wild.
overhand
Yeah,
right.
he's trying to do a over. He's trying to do a wild haymaker.
Anthony Johnson said, guess what? Night, night.
Yeah.
See you, bitch. That was that. I mean, it was...
Night, motherfucker.
And then when he fell,
Yeah.
like, he clearly was out before he hit the ground.
Oh, yeah.
And Anthony Johnson jumped on top of him.
Yeah.
And hammer-fisted him.
That's the only thing I
One
don't.
good time.
That's the only thing. That's the thing that always. Like, it doesn't bug me, but it's always just that like cringe moment where you see him lock up,
But you
you
don't
can't.
know.
You,
You're in
you
the
can't
moment.
stop. Well, no, you can't stop just in case because people do come out of it.
Right.
So it's like, but you just see him
So
like
he
locked up,
could've-
and you just see him getting like 4 or 5.
And then at
get
the
like
end-
4 or 5. It's like, ah!
It was Glover Teixeira.
Yeah.
So at the end, when they're trying to get him up,
Yeah.
he tackled the ref because he was still
Yeah,
in
he's
his
still thinking it,
mind.
yeah.
He's still fighting. So they get him to it, and for some reason they stood him up,
Yeah.
which I didn't understand. Like, no, lay on your back, lift your legs up, get the blood rushing your head
Right.
again, and get your mind right. They stood his ass up. Well, tried to, and he got to his knees, and he got the ref. He wrapped the ref up
Yeah.
and put the ref on his ass, and the ref's like, okay,
Right.
man, stop, you're done. It was hilarious. But I didn't understand why the fuck they tried to stand him up. It made no
Hey.
sense. But whatever. Okay,
Something
so
they
back
do.
to the...
Okay, so
got an article?
I think we have an article. Thank you for helping me fill the time. We'll be a little bit more on key next time. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do it. The articles are actually pretty long. But hold on. We'll give a. I found the article I want to do. It's actually an ad. So we're going to give you a blast from the past on what an ad was, and then we're going to also, if I can find a.
Hey, did I mention I got an A in my first class? I went back to school, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Justin is bettering himself. You have an associate's though, right?
I do.
So you're going for that.
So yeah, I went for an
you're going
associate's
for
in
the
criminal
bachelor's.
justice because I always thought it'd be cool to be a cop. And hey, surprise, surprise, it's not. Hey, shout out to all you law enforcement
Yeah, boys in
out
blue.
there. Fuck yeah, we got your back. We got your 6
Got your 6.
all day, every day.
Stay frosty.
He plays a lot of Call of Duty.
No, I don't.
Oh, sounded like
I
you did.
wish. Is that what they say in Call of Duty?
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty. When I hear that, I just think, like, yeah, dude, my beer's always going to be cold. To me, it says keep your beer cold.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, hey, all you LEOs out there, keep your beer cold.
Keep your beer cold. Justin's going back to school, bettering himself.
I am.
Really making me look like trash
And you know what
over
the funny
here.
thing is? I hate computers. I
Yeah.
hate technology. I take after my father. I've gotten with the times. Agreed.
You kind of have to. Like, there's no way you can go
Dan,
off.
agreed.
But I think we should save technology for another one.
Okay, but I'm just segueing
Right.
into my degree. I'm going for
Right.
information technology and cybersecurity.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Well, you can stay with what
But
you're
hey, you
doing.
know what?
You can stay with what you're doing now and move up in there.
That's where the money is.
That's where a lot of money is, man.
So-
That's because, yeah. So here, real quick, for anybody out there who is listening, go ahead and check out Miss Angela Hyer, Hyer. She is the centerfold for this issue. Give a shout out to the ladies, or look up what she looks like now. Look up what she looks like now.
Not on my work. No, not on this computer.
Do it on your
Absolutely
phone, idiot.
not. Okay. Good call.
Hyer.
Hey, we don't have. We can say.
But anyway-
stay away from the name calling, bro. I'm sensitive.
Oh, sorry, bro. So here we go. Here's the ad from the
Say-
May.
Say her name again for me, please.
Angela, Angela,
I can spell Angela.
Hyer.
She doesn't even come up on Google
Of
search.
course she doesn't. This was 40 years ago.
The very first thing is Victoria Tennant, Penthouse Magazine, 1978, at Angela Hyer on
That's it.
IMG Fave.
That's it.
So images.
That's 40 years ago.
So honestly, on Google search, you're only gonna get
Let me see.
her penthouse issue.
All right. Well, they can see at least what we're talking about. That's not her. That's Cloris Leachman.
Oh.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Shout out Cloris Leachman. Here's the ad.
So yeah, I can't find a recent picture.
This is for a Pioneer cassette deck. The first component car stereo worthy of the name. Worthy of the name component car stereo. Worthy of the name Pioneer. The first car tape deck that sounds like something straight out of a professional recording studio.
Straight out of Compton.
What you're looking at here is our Super System KPH 838 cassette deck preamp with Dolby noise reduction with signal to noise of 60 dB decibels, I assume. Dolby on. With wow and flutter less than 0.13% WRMS, and a separate amp with maximum RMS output power of 20 watts per channel, 10 watts per channel, both channels driven, 60 to 20,000 hertz into 4 ohms with no more than 8.8% THD. The KPH 838 comes from the same people who introduced SuperTune car stereos 2 years ago. We are still watching everybody else play catch-up. We're Pioneer, one of the most respected audio manufacturers in the world with superb design, engineering, and manufacturing. And even if you buy our least expensive compact 8-track, Jesus, you're still getting the benefit of all that leadership. So why not get over to your Pioneer dealer and listen? Because we don't just have the car audio that anybody can like. Oh, we don't just have car audio that anybody can like. We also have car audio that anybody can afford. Super Systems by Pioneer.
Nice.
So, the ad is for a cassette deck, while giving a shout out to the 8-track.
I don't even know what a cassette deck is, bro.
I have one in my car. It's
I'm
pretty
kidding.
dope. I have a 2005 that still got a cassette deck.
Jesus, give it the times. I got a touchscreen, bro.
I got.
And my
I'm cool with it.
2016
I'm cool with it.
Toyota Tundra.
I got that cassette. I got that cassette converter, so I can play my. I plug my phone into it with that long ass cord. But all right, mixed from the doubles. The shy man way to meet girls. Most men are too busy trying to pick up girls to meet any. What? Well, maybe we'll have to get into that. Maybe we'll have to do like a summary.
Yeah.
Of
Hey, bro.
wow.
We need to save content.
Yeah, we do.
So I say.
I mean, I think that's good. We're at about. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
a good
don't wanna
amount.
start
So
losing
no,
our
that was.
listeners' interest. So hey, before we leave, I got one more thing. One more thing. Stay quiet.
We gotta do the
Just stay
shout outs
quiet.
too. Stick by it.
Fuck you, Craig.
Fucking Craig. That's right. Hopefully next week though we will have Ron. Craig will still be out. We're gonna go ahead wrap this up. So we're gonna do follow us on Twitter at Early Chatter. Follow us on Instagram at early_chatter. Or you can follow our personal pages at Chris Michael CM. I changed it because I had a lot of dots the original times, the first couple
Really
times here.
good.
And it was extremely hard, so I went Chris Michael CM.
And me at JBC617, and you can follow Craig at CraigM321.
321.
And then don't forget our early chatter page, early_chatter, for Instagram. I don't know the Twitter handle.
Oh, that's the Twitter handle.
The same thing?
Yeah, no, the Instagram is at
Twitter?
early_chatter.
That's what I said.
No, you just said early chatter, and I said that before we did the private ones.
Gotcha. My bad.
Did it twice.
I wasn't listening to you.
Twice is nice. It's like couscous.
It is. All right.
Food's so nice you say it twice. But that's going to wrap it up for us. We're going to close it out. Justin's taking off the earbuds, and we're going to get out of here. Have yourself a good rest of the week, and hopefully we'll catch you guys on the flip side.